Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Mother, take us from unreal to real. Take us from darkness to ignorance, to light of wisdom, to knowingness. Mother, hold our hand and take us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. With our prayers to the Divine Mother, Krishna, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, prayers to Babaji, to the disciples of Babaji, our Guru, Paramahansa Yogananda, Sri Yukteswar Giri Lahiri Mahasaya, to Swami Sri Vivekananda, Holy Mother Sharada, Paramahansa Ramakrishna. Hold our hand, bless us, that each one of us pick up some great learning in today's session and cross the barriers of the sufferings that we have been having, at least have a certain enlightenment. What we're going to talk about is, why are we suffering? We know about it, but the understanding is not real. I'm going to refer to you all today in a more or less in a story format of Panchadashi of 4th chapter, Vidyaranya, about 700 years ago. He had written down, in the 4th chapter he is talking about that this world, why are we suffering? There is suffering, and you say, the fact that you're born, you're going to suffer. Now, if you look at it, reflecting on it, on the theistic religion, God has created this universe. So often we ask why? Why is this universe? And why there is so much of suffering? Why couldn't it be all blissful and happy, cheerful, and only joy and ananda and bliss? So there is a monk from Himalaya. You often hear me this saying, I'm delighted to hear often of them, so I share with you all. He says, ईश्वर का सृष्टि में कभी दुख नहीं होता है भला. In the creation of God's world, there are no sufferings. Then why are we suffering? Vedanta goes ahead, and Vidyaranya is explaining it in the Advaita Vedanta style, that this universe, as per theistic religion, is God has created. So all the blame goes to God for all the creation and all the bad things. We never complain when there is something good is happening to us. We never say, God, why all the good thing to us? Supposing you're passing through a very blissful time. I hear many of you telling me that I am in so much of bliss. It's wonderful to hear. And when the sufferings come, we don't say, why not all the suffering to me? So the answer goes on, and Vidyaranya's explanation in the story format is powerfully simple and beautiful. He says, and the Advaita Vedanta is going in and claiming that God has created this universe, but not all by himself, but with the help of someone. And your universe has been created by God, Ishvara, and you. You would say, I don't remember having filled up any form. I don't remember God talked to me. When did God visit and ask me consultation? This is how do I want my life? Isn't it? How? God talked to me, God discussed with me, God did. Now, as you recollect, Vedanta talks about that this universe, in this, the only real thing as per Advaita, one alone exists, is the consciousness, which is called Ishvara. And the moment you say God, it is Ishvara with Maya. In Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, Ishvara with Maya coupled together is called God. In this, Maya has got two properties. One, it veils, it covers up and makes it appear as something else. So it appears to us that this is me. I forget actually who am I. And we think I am this Nama Rupa Bhavara, name, form, and my action. What we do, what am I? I'm a writer, I'm a fighter pilot, I'm a teacher, I'm a businessman, I'm a marketing person, I'm a father, I'm a mother, I'm a husband, I'm a wife. This is the kind of a role that we take on. That's the Maya. That is where the rope appears as a snake. And just think, if you ask the rope, what is your opinion of the snake? Rope certainly is going to ask, what snake? Rope doesn't know of the snake. Clay pot, Advaita Vedanta. And you ask the clay pot, you said two names, clay and a pot. So what is appearing to us is the clay pot. I ask you, what am I holding? You say clay pot. I said, okay, there are two names, clay and a pot. Which one is real and which is apparent? You might be tempted to say both. Both are real. You are holding a pot and it is made of clay. I say, where is the clay? Everywhere in the pot is clay. And it is clay and clay along at the bottom and the side and the top, inside, outside, everywhere it's clay. So I am holding the clay. You say, no, you are holding the clay pot. Generally people would say, you will not, because you are an advanced yogi now. You will have learned so much. So I would say, all right, you take the pot, I am keeping the clay. This is the Maya. And the second thing is called projection. Vikshepa. It projects. The one is Avarana, other is Vikshepa. So the two is the play of the Maya. So with that, what happens is, I am made, this body is made with five, air, water, etc. The five elements. The five elements have made me. And the moment I start looking at the world and look at the world and the mountain and the lake and the ocean and the people and the animals and the plants, I become aware of me. And who's that me? Separate from outside. How? I have a body. And the moment I look at the outside as one, I am separate. And that is the one which is me now. So this me and the Ishvara, in which, how am I creating my world in consultation with the Ishvara? Because of my karma. This moment, little while before the karma, yesterday's karma, and maybe 1,000 years before karma. I may not even know about it. But Ishvara does all the planning. He carries the heavy weight of the planning. But he gives it to us as per our karma. Exactly what? Exactly what? It is not as a punishment. if you do bad. If it's not as a reward, if you do good, then what does he do it for? He does it as a learning tool, as a lesson. So in this universe, our journey is to realize who we really are, that we are one. Ekam Advaitam, only one. And that is same consciousness as Teshvara. It is the same clay everywhere. Pot is nothing but the clay. I am nothing but the consciousness. So when we talk about in the Western science matter, matter is, as you look at the dictionary or any description in a science book, anything that occupies space. But matter in the Advaita Vedanta is anything which is, when we say this, when we say this, that is a matter. Anything this. So I say this is the matter. I say this is the matter. I say this, I say this. These are all is matter. In Advaita Vedanta, matter is anything which you can perceive. Your thoughts you perceive, your feelings you perceive. Those are the doubtful ones. No? Objects like mountains and books and body and etc. that you know is the matter. What you don't know is the sukshma, that is feelings, thoughts, etc. etc. The mind, they're also on matter. So what is it not matter? The only one thing, and that is consciousness, which is not matter, which has no boundary. It is infinite. So now, the moment I do that, I am experiencing myself as separate and limited. So then the theistic religion comes in. In theistic, God is superior, God is supreme, God can do anything, God can bless us, curse us. And I am small, fragile, I have to hope and pray for God's blessings. Whereas in the Advaita, Aham Brahmasmi, Main hi Brahma hu. That supreme consciousness, Prajnana Brahman, that supreme consciousness, Chaitana, is Brahman, is me, and is everything else too. You too, and that mountain too, and that animal dog too, and the plants too, everything. So, in this, the moment I start to react at the God's world, which is the world other than me, I start to react on it on three ways. The first, I find myself hot. So I want air condition. It is hot. Inside is nice, I've got AC. Outside it is hot, sunny, very hot weather. Stale food, I don't like it. Oily food, I don't like it. And fresh fruit, I love it. Fruits, I love. Fried stuff, I don't like. So likes and dislikes. I don't like that guy. Hateful. I love this person. I like him being there. So you have likes and dislikes and hatred and jealousy and greed and compassion and love and togetherness and joiningness. So these likes and dislikes go on. So with that now, I am calling three things. One is, the first is called Priya. I love it. I'd like to have more of it. Pizza, hamburger, food, fruits, chocolate, candies. Let's say Vidyarana is giving an example of gems. Those days, gems used to be given as a gift. Today's world, let's talk about iPhone 12. I'm not saying anything against the Android Note 20 Ultra. All are okay. Let's talk about a gadget, a beautiful iPhone 12 or a Note 20 Ultra. The moment I've been wanting to have it, I managed to buy it, saved up money and buy it. Now what happens? I feel happy, joyful, elated. The person who wanted it didn't get it, feels bad, sad, jealousy, greed. So, prayer and then apriya. Three things. Second is apriya. And the third is upeksha. It doesn't matter. Likes, dislikes, it doesn't matter. Like, take the same iPhone 12 or the Note 20. Let's say a monk. To him it doesn't make a difference. He sees that apple, he likes it, he says very nice, he appreciates it, but he's not greedy, he's not interested. Paramahansa Ramakrishna, he wanted a very nice looking Banarasi shawl. So he told Mathur Babu. Mathur Babu immediately went and bought for him. And he put it on and he said, "Oh man, this is that very special Banarasi silk shawl." And then he immediately realized and he threw it on the ground and he started stamping on it. And he said, "Man, you cannot be falling into it." He spat on it. Not only that, he was going to light fire into it to destroy. Then Mathur Babu quickly came and recovered the shawl from. So, upeksha, maybe a jungle Adivasi. He doesn't even know what it is. So to him it doesn't make a difference. Like a baby. He is playing with it, handling it, trying to copy mommy and daddy, isn't it? So priya, apriya, upeksha. With that, what happens? Why the suffering coming in? Suffering coming in because of these discriminations. And what happens the moment we are enlightened? Moksha, nirvana. This little cocoon that we create amongst ourselves. David Chesterfield, a very famous writer and a philosopher, he is writing that if there was a way for the Almighty God's hammer to come down and shatter my little cocoon around me, all my sufferings will go away. And not only that, he goes on to say, and how much bigger, infinite would I become? So what is limiting you and me, sir? Divine devotees, it is this little cocoon around us. I, me and myself. God is giving it to us as a learning lesson to get out of this, to do this understanding. This is not you. Discover who you are. So, it is the mind which is creating this trouble. This ego. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. Shankaracharya is saying, na aham. I am something else. I am the clay. I am not the pot. Pot is all this. Dhamma, rupa, bhavahara. So now, what do the enlightened masters do? Sing for Buddha, for Jesus Christ, for Muhammad, for Paramahansa Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Ramana Maharshi. This world doesn't vanish the moment they're enlightened. You know what happens? Is that hammer of the God comes and smashes their little cocoon and they realize, I'm one with everyone. So what happens is that little me goes away, little I goes away and realizes I am that. And then where is the suffering? Paramahansa Ramakrishna in Kashi Pukur, there, Turiya Maharaj, He comes in the morning and says, Thakur, কেমন আছো? How are you feeling, Thakur? Thakur naturally said, throat is paining, I couldn't eat anything, lot of pain. And Turiya Maharaj, Hari Maharaj, same person. He says, young person. It appeared the answer was very rude, but actually notice the realization. He says, but Thakur, you look to be in bliss. Your happiness, your ananda. Instead of getting angry, Thakur said in Bengali, Shala dhore pheleche. The rascal has caught me. And he started laughing. So what has happened to him? It is the body which is suffering. It is not him. I am not this body. I am something else. The body will burn, body will die. Vivekananda is saying, Buddha is saying, my body will go away, but I shall continue to work. That is, Vivekananda will continue to work. Body is not there. Body is dead. But his supreme soul, spirit, the Atman, the consciousness of Vivekananda will continue to work through everybody. And he says, till the last person has realized, I am Brahman. I am the consciousness. Can you imagine? What a fantastic message. Buddha. Imagine, 14th Dalai Lama. Are they reincarnations of Buddha? Why are they suffering so much? The current Dalai Lama has suffered so much. And they're the holy presence themselves. Why so much of suffering? In Buddha's statement, he says, the ultimate truth from within me are truth. Two things. One is sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Vivekananda also has said the same thing. You want realization? You want to find out who you are? Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Not me. You are important. You is who? Your wife, your husband, your parent, your children, your friend, your colleagues, your country, this world, everybody else, that poor guy, that dog, the plant, the animals. Take care of everyone. And that is what is called sharing, giving, compassion. Automatically, you start to glow with delight and you're nearing that. So now, imagine the ocean and the wave. And Buddha's statement, before I come back to the ocean and the wave, second part of the Buddha statement, it says compassion. Sacrifice, compassion for the other people. Buddha said that till the last person, same what Vivekananda had said after, thousands of years later than Buddha. Buddha had said that I will continue to work till last person has realized who they really are. Atma Deepa Bhavo. So powerful, so wonderful. So what do you and I have to do to go beyond this? Matter that little cocoon around us. Remember the Devi Chesterfield, it's beautiful statement. So, mind is the problem? Yes. Dvaitavad is asking Advaitavad. Their mind is the problem, no? So, okay, go on to Samadhi. Practice yoga, 8 limbs, ayama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, Samadhi. And you go beyond mind. Advaita, non-dual, saying it will not work. Yes, you will be beyond when you are in Samadhi. But what happens when you come out of the Samadhi? The world is still there. Lahiri Mahasaya got into Samadhi. And he came out of the Samadhi. Wife is saying, what is this? You keep ordering, give some milk to my devotees. He used to give milk to his devotees. Where is the money? I don't have milk. How am I going to get it? Samsara is back. Where is the Samsara? It's not gone away. Eventually, Larimasa went on to the next room. If you please read, it is there in autobiography. And when his wife went to the next room trying to follow, after a few minutes, after fuming and fretting, must have been very upset that he's telling lots of things, but there is no money at home. And he sees Larimasa is floating, his head is touching the sky, he's already in the air, he's gone into Samadhi again and floated up into the sky. Then she realized and she did pranam and said, please forgive me, and thereafter the understanding. So what it's talking about, notice, whether it is Samadhi, which is a wonderful way to, certainly it does elevate, and the meditation and Samadhi is one of the powerful method in, remember, Shravanam, like we are doing, Mananam, reflection, and Nididhasanam, that is meditation and Samadhi. Surely it is, but you cannot forget that is not the answer. Or what do the other people do? Take sleeping pills, or drugs, or becoming a drug addict, or drinks, going into stupor. So Advaitavadi said, okay, go ahead, drink, go on to stupor, get drunk. What happens when you wake up? The world is back again. Creditors are chasing you. Where is my payment? And the samsara is back again to you. So what is the answer then? Dvaitavadi is asking, all right, okay, given. Tell me what the answer. Advaitavadi is saying, know who you are. The Advaita, non-dualist knowledge. Discover who you are. So Dvaitavadi is, this fight went on from Buddha's time till 1400 years when Shankaracharya came in. And tremendous thousands of years of battle went to dualism and non-dualism. The dualism saying, friend, it is not going to work. Non-dualism saying, why? He said, just see, look outside. You are looking at everything is dual. Everything is other than you. The mountain, the lake, the people, your family, your children, your friends. Everything is dual. So how can you say this is non-dual? A very good, powerful observation and a question. But notice the non-dual's answer. And this is where you and I must understand. We are combining the Kriya Yoga, the Paramahansa Yogananda, what he has taught us, what Babaji has left behind with us, along with Babaji, Paramahansa Yogananda, Larimasa Yukteswargi, they became Param Brahma. That Brahma with knower of Brahman. Through Vivekananda, Holy Mother, Paramahansa, Ramakrishna, Divine Mother, travel to that, couple both, combine Raja Yoga, meditation, Karma Yoga, work for God, help the other people, humanity, Bhakti Yoga, pray and believe and love and sing if you like, and Jnana Yoga, Advaita knowledge. So with that, Advaitavadi is answering, yes, dualism is there. Notice the answer. He says, but we see oneness in dualism. One alone exists. Dualism is how? Clay in the pot. What exists is only the clay. Pot doesn't exist. The ocean, the waves, the bubbles, the froth has water in it. Not correct. That's the dualism statement, Sankhya statement. What is correct? If that has got water in it, the ocean, the wave, the bubble and the froth has water in it, that means this glass has water in it. I can take the glass separate and pour the water into another glass. I can separate the two. Two things exist. Can you take the water away from the ocean? Would the ocean exist? Can you take the water away from the waves and the bubbles and the froth? Would it exist? Can you take the gold away from the ornaments and the gold ornament exists? No. The ring, if you melt it, it gets back into the gold. And you can reform that gold back into a ring, or into a necklace, or a bangle, or a tiara. You choose. Into the gold and comes out of the gold. Birth from the gold, back into the gold. Calm ocean. Everything, all the bubbles and the froth and the waves are gone. It's one with the ocean. Ocean itself is only water, water alone. And now Robbin Ghosh wave is not there. It becomes one with the ocean. You become one with the ocean. The moment you're calm and tranquil. So Advaita Bhava's answer, it is oneness. And that oneness is knowledge with the sadhana. Realizing it, experiencing it with the knowledge. The knowledge comes first for the experience. And mind you, the other day I mentioned it, knowledge has to be there for you to experience it. And we talked about, if you have to experience a mango, what is this mango? Baby doesn't know. You have to know it is a mango. And it is Switzerland. I go to Switzerland, but before that I know how to go there. What is Switzerland? I've studied a lot. What are the ways to travel? What am I going to expect to see it? And then I experience. But once in the Advaita, you have the knowledge and experience. Understand this very carefully. I will repeat that. Once you have the knowledge of who am I and experience who I am, you don't need the knowledge anymore. Then it is like I have taken a boat to cross the river, cross the ocean. I go to the other side and I say, this boat was very helpful to me. I'm going to carry it with me now. You are using a pole vault to go across that 20 feet or 25 feet height. First, ignorance. Why do I need the pole? I will do it without the pole. You can't do it. Second, this pole, I am using it and it is so helpful. It has taken me right onto the top. I can't let it go. I will hold on to the pole. You hold on to the pole and you will come crashing down. So now understand, sincere devotee, there is Bhaktas of Babaji and Kriya Yoga and Paramahansa Yogananda, Larima Sayakteshwar Giri, Vivekananda, Holy Mother, Paramahansa Ramakrishna. Combine the knowledge. You have to let go now the knowledge. In fact, in Upanishad it is given, Vedanta says, don't keep on reading Upanishad after that once you got the knowledge. So, Ramakrishna, Paramahansa, Jesus Christ is not carrying on reading. They've got it now. They've understood it. Once you and I do, you have to let go. And it is not that it's so difficult. You have to have those processes of life. Viveka. Knowing what is real, what is not real. Notice we are praying with that and we are starting. Notice, Vairag. The moment you know what is real, not real, and know, automatically that not real will fall off from here. Vairag will take birth. And then Shata Sampatti. Shama, calmness of mind. Dhamma, sense control. Don't give in to going out and buying and eating and having fun and sensual pleasures. We're not saying stop it or run off to the mountain Himalaya and sit in the cave. You don't have to do that. That is, yogis have to do that. You know it to be a movie, and it is the screen which is reflecting the movie. Then you go ahead and give the special effect award to the Oscar award to the director. Now Paramahansa Ramakrishna or Ramana Maharshi or Vivekananda, the great masters of the world, Vaheguru, Guru Nanak Ji, Guru Govind, Mahavir Jain, Buddha, all the greatest, Jesus Christ, they know that this is not real. Shama, Dhamma, Uparati. Don't let the mind always go out and out and out. Control. Most of the time we eat just because we have to eat. Dinner time! Not hungry. No, I have to eat something. Dinner time. So, Uparati Samadhana. Study some scriptures, gather the knowledge, listen to the talk, exchange, Shravanam, Mananam, and then reflect, sit still, Nididhyasanam. Titiksha, I'm not going to give up. Shraddha, I have respect. What am I hearing? If I'm wanting to learn German, and whatever the German guy is talking about, and I start to check it in the book, and find, no, is this correct or is this correct? I'm not going to learn anything from the German teacher. I have to have respect, Shraddha. And then, Mumukshattam. I'm not going to give up till the time I get it. I have to get it. So when you go ahead all this, it is not so. So the two examples Vidyaranya is coming up. He's saying how this mind plays are very simple. He said, imagine those days, 700 years ago. He said, imagine you're a man and your son is working far off land. And a liar who wants to trouble you comes to you. You have just sat down to have your meal, lunch. And he comes and says, your son is dead. Son is dead. Imagine what happens to me now. My world is shattered. I'm not going to keep on eating. And so much of grief and suffering. Whereas son is not dead. I've just heard it. Look at my mind, how it takes me for a big ride. And Vidyaranya is going ahead and giving another example. He's saying, imagine your son is actually dead, but you haven't got the news because it's far off. You're pretty happy. You're living your life joyfully, happy. You're not even bothered. You don't even think about it. There is a beautiful example of a lady, and I'm hearing it from a monk, where this lady interacted. And it happened in New York. This lady rang up this great monk. And I will share with you, his name is Swami Priyananda. He's doing such a great job of Vivekananda's work. You and I are too, in a minuscule way. We must pursue and continue, practice and spread the word till the last breath is out from us. Swami Swami Priyananda is speaking. There is this lady from, sent a message. I want to talk to you on Skype. Swami Priyananda ji is saying, I have so many requests, I can't tackle everyone. So I said, okay, I will talk later, meaning he was saying, where is the time? And then she sent a message, I don't have much time left, I'm dying. So then naturally, the great monk, Swami Priyananda ji said, yes, I will speak. And he spoke. He says, she rang me up to talk to me, to take my help. But actually, I was helped by talking to her. This lady, for a long decades, had been practicing Buddhism and Vedanta. And both have tremendous similarity. She is a Vedantist as well as she was practicing Buddhism. And he says, when I was talking to her, she never complained to me, what all suffering, few days to live. She didn't say, this is paining, that is paining, this is what, why is this, why is that? She only asked a few spiritual doubts. At the end she said, so Swami, I'm going to die. And Swami Priyananda told her, no, you are not dying, you are deathless. You've gone beyond death. And the lady consented and said, yes, I've gone beyond death. Few days later, Swami Priyananda is saying, whenever I spoke to her, her whole room, it was apparently she was a hospice case. Hospice is apparent when you become very sick, beyond all hospital care. They put you into a room and there is a caretaker, nurse takes care, maybe your own family, maybe somebody else from professional help, continue to take care till you leave your body. It was a wooded room, and he says that the whole room was glowing with light with this lady's life. And he says, I was helped so much and realized this is how. And she is otherwise a householder. And from there, she attained that state. So it is not truth, detachment, vairag, satya, pratishtha. We have to practice all of them. We have to practice this. Today I may not be. So what? I'm not going to give up. And if you look carefully, each one of you, what do you used to be and what are you today? There is so much of difference. So remember the words of Buddha, Swami Vivekananda. We are not going to give up. Body may die, but I'm going to continue to work till the last person understands and realizes. Yoga helps, but yogic knowledge and the practice and the samadhi alone won't. You need to understand and need to realize, and that is why the combination of both of them. And happy journey. Let us go ahead and have a great sessions of morning meditation, sadhana, realize Mano buddhi chitta ahankara na aham. I am Atman Brahman. Anubhava Bhakya. Feel that. Anushandana Bhakya. Aham Brahmasmi. Search. Tattvamasi. I am that. That Supreme Brahman. Prajnana Brahman. Consciousness alone is Brahman, and that is you and I. Akasha Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Vayu Shanti, Jalaspataya Shanti, Agnyaya Shanti, Gau Shanti, Manaha Shanti, Chittya Shanti, Uttaradesha Shanti, Dakshinaya Shanti, Purvadesha Shanti, Paschimaya Shanti, Akasha Shanti, Prithvi Shanti. May the Divine Mother bless us, hold our hand. Babaji, Krishna, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, our beloved Jai Guru Om Guru, Jai Guru Om Guru, Jai Guru Om Guru, Jai. Hold our hand and guide us to the supreme realization so that we may attain in this life alone and know who we truly are and be of some help. Establish Tyag, Vairag, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Jai Guru. Om.